Hi, it's me, Jody. Thanks for coming back. Thank you so much to everybody who's written to me to talk about their situation in their school or their workplace. Wow, all I can say is I feel like we're just really isolated. And when we're isolated, we don't have a lot of power. It's when we find each other that we start to gain our strength. And I feel like making these videos has really enabled me to find a lot of other like-minded souls. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit tonight because I haven't made a video in a while. And I will say that Jonathan Kay just wrote an excellent article for Quillette. It was an excellent analysis of what's going on at schools like Smith. So I encourage you to read it because he does talk about the July 31st, 2018 incident at the end of the article, but the whole article is excellent. And also, just to give you a sneak peek, that there is a mini documentary coming out about what happened at Smith on July 31st, 2018 and the fallout. So that being said, I wanted to talk about how we can find each other, because the only way we can find each other is if we start talking about this. So last week, I went on the Tucker Carlson Tonight Show, and I was very grateful to Tucker for offering me a platform to boost this signal. And it was boosted. I did hear from many, many people from all over the country and from both sides of the political spectrum who are very worried about this issue, this thing that's going on at Smith College that is also going on in many places across the country. But I also got some communications from people who said, hey, I was totally with you until you went on Tucker. Or, why did you go on Fox News? Fox News is totally right wing. I think for those of us on the left, the question we should be asking ourselves is not, why did Jody go on Tucker Carlson? But why are news outlets like CNN and MSNBC not giving Jody a platform to talk about these things? I think that's the issue. Because if we can't find each other, then we can't have any impact at all. And I'm really worried about this. So I suspect, because I feel this in myself, is that people on the left, us, we, have this fear of, in addition to losing our jobs and our reputation and being mobbed on social media, with all legitimate fears, we also have a fear of being labeled right wing, as if that is the worst thing in the world to be labeled. And I think that we need to examine that fear, because this ideology that I am talking about, that's going on at Smith, is coming from the left. And so I think we on the left need to take responsibility for it, and we need to start talking about it. And people on the right already know this is an issue. Like they already know. And I think we know too. But the difference is people on the right talk to each other about it. We don't, because we're so afraid, partly, that we're going to be labeled as the right. So I think we need to really examine that fear. And I don't know, like make friends with it or come to grips with it, that it's going to happen. People are going to do that because that's a very effective tool. It's not really coming from the right. Like being labeled, oh, you're right wing. That epithet, if you can call it that, which it essentially is if you're on the left right now, is coming from the left. It's coming from people who are like true believers of this ideology that is very, very concerning. That's a very effective tool to keep us quiet. So if we can somehow come to terms with that, that's going to be a label that comes our way if we talk out loud about that, and just try to hang tight to the fact that, I'm a liberal. I am a liberal. I am not a white supremacist. I am against racism very much. And that's why I'm doing this. So if somehow we can come to terms with those fears and make friends with them, and maybe not overcome them, but just be more comfortable feeling that fear and managing it, then I think we might have a better chance of being able to find each other. Now, I know not everybody can do what I'm doing, which is go on YouTube and make videos under your own name. And I totally get that. They're very legitimate fears associated with that, with doing that. But what we can do is we can start to feel each other out. You can talk to your neighbors. You can talk to the other parents at your kid's school. You can talk to other people in your community. Just try to feel them out a little bit. You don't have to give yourself away totally, but until we can really find each other, we're not going to be able to deal with this. And we, on the left, we must deal with this. I am very, very worried. And I know that there are a lot of other people on the left who are very, very worried. And we can't express that worry because of fear. So we have to start examining what it is we are afraid of. And I think one of the things we're afraid of is being called right wing. So that's it for tonight. Jody Shaw, signing off.